Hey everyone, and welcome back. So my office today is the van. So I want to do a video on why not why the differences in flying a mini wing in the higher winds to a normal paraglider in the normal winds. So this video is all about mini wing flying, i.e. turbo soaring when it's too windy. So let's go up the hill now. It's forecast fairly windy. I think it's going to be about 20 miles an hour, 22 miles an hour. So I want to do a video today and explain all about mini wing flying and for the level that you need to be to do it safe. Let's go up the hill. I am so blessed. The last few weeks, the weather has just been stunning in the UK. Yesterday, lovely thermic lightish winds, so I managed to do a nice little XC on my theta. And then today we've just had a massive storm come through, and now it's gone absolutely beautiful. A little bit breezy up top, but it doesn't matter because close this gate, because I'm going to do some turbo soaring. So, turbo soaring. There's lots of different levels of mini wings that you can buy, from mental ones that are just crazy things, which are more, I would say, aimed at professionals. Excuse me. And then there are things like what I've got on the back, which is definitely aimed at pilots that have only been flying a couple of years upwards. Now, I've had a few Niviuk Zions over the past few years. I've had a few roller ones, and now I've got this brand new roller too, which I absolutely truly love. It's super safe. It feels really safe. It's not mental. It's not trying to kill me. It's just really pure fantastic fun, and I really love it. So with paragliding, it's such a fair weather sport. As you know, if you're a pilot, we have quite a narrow window of being able to go paragliding. And if the wind is slightly too windy, we can't go. And turbo soaring, mini wing flying, enables us to have a much wider envelope to go flying. So when it's, let's say 15 miles an hour, maybe that's a bit windy for some of you. You can bring one of these out and happily fly this in 15 miles an hour. I've even flown it in 11, 12 miles an hour. But because they have trimmers and you can release the trimmers, I've flown this in 31 miles an hour, but that was stupid. 25 mile an hour tops, I think, is really great for this wing. So it just opens up your opportunities of going paragliding. So like if you drive a long way to the hill, 2-3 hours to a hill, and you get there and it's blown out, it's too windy, that's crap. You got to watch people on mini wings having fun. This just opens up your opportunity, man. You can still go playing. Anyway, I think I'll do a bit more talking up top, because talking to the camera whilst walking this hill isn't very easy. Anyway, let's get up there. Just one thing to add, the other good thing is they're dead tiny and dead light on your back, so they're really easy walking up with them. I don't bother with a reserve because I tend to fly low. I use it for sort of more proximity, wagger, low level wingovers flying. I don't go high on it. If I happen to start going high, I tend to fly off the lift band and come back low. I was going to say something else and I totally forgot it. Friggin' hell, I was about to say something else and it's gone. It's gone. I'm nearly 57. I forget things all the time. It might come back to me in a bit. Stand by. It's back. It's back. I've remembered. So I'll say more of this when I'm connected up top in the wind. But what a lot of people think is, Jesus, I can't launch a paraglider in 20, 25 miles an hour. They're hard enough to keep down in 15 miles an hour. But you've got to think differently with a mini wing. So let's say you fly a 26 meter wing or a 28 meter wing. That's a lot of material to keep down. So you're feeling all the wind in it. You're like, bloody hell, I can't keep this thing down. Don't forget, this is an 18 meter, or you might be flying a 16 meter, or even a 20 meter. That's a lot of less cloth. That's a lot more less cloth, less size than your normal paraglider. Also, paragliders tend to cruise along at 20 miles an hour. When you launch them, they come up slowly. With the smaller wings, they shoot up a bit quicker, they stop quicker, they're a bit more sensitive. But because they're small, when you've got your back to the wind and you're holding it down thinking, oh my God, this is windy, when you release your arms and they shoot up, there's less pull. They don't pull you like a rocket downwind. They come up through the power zone extremely quick. So you've got to sort of think of them a bit differently until you have a go. You've got to have a go and to understand what I'm trying to say. Yep, it's gone again. There was more. It'll come back. Yep, it's back. I've got some more new microphones coming. So I'm having to talk loud, so I'm glad there's nobody around because I think I'm shouting. But I've now got some DJI mics coming, wireless mics. So in flight, you should be able to hear me nice and clear on the recorded microphone, and I'm just going to place it onto the video. So that's some good news. And soon, now the weather's getting so good, I'm going also to be doing some XC flying. So I'm going to take off and I'm going to do a whole video on talking about where I'm going, why I'm going there, thermals I'm taking, skirting along the clouds, etc. So that's another one that's going to be coming. Anyway, let's get up top. So I'm nearly on launch. I'm not going to try and do any talking in flight with the Go 3, Insta-Go 3 camera, because it's just junk. Now the video footage is mega. I'm really impressed with the camera for the footage, but microphone wise, it's crap. Hence why I've got the DJI microphones coming, or microphone coming. So I'm not even going to bother trying to talk whilst I'm flying. I'll do all the talking now and after the flight. So yeah, I've just noticed the last few days, all the footage I've got, all you hear is wind noise in the background, me trying to talk. Oh God, it's got windy here. I might launch here. Let me just turn you around and show you where I'm going to launch. So I'm only quarter of the way up the hill, much further to go, but I think I'm just going to rig just the other side of those bushes there and jump the fence and fly my way up. It's probably 15 miles an hour here. And just while I'm walking to launch, something else has just come to me. My entire channel are just my ideas. They're the way I do things, and they've worked for me for 39 years. I am not saying they're the best or you should do it. Bloody hell, it's well windy now. They're just the way I do it. So like someone messaged on the channel yesterday basically implying I was wrong about landing on just brakes in high wind and you should use rear risers. Well, you might be right. That might work miles better for you, and if it does, that's fantastic. I've never felt the need to mess around with my brakes to get on the rear risers. I've just punched the brakes hard and the wing has just shock stalled to the ground. Once it's down, I get on the rear risers. But anyway, you may have seen my reply, basically saying to the chap, great, show us why. Show us why your way is better. Show us a video. Because we're always learning. I'm always learning every day. I'm out flying most days of the week. And you're always learning new little tricks. You never know it all. So, yeah, if you've got better ideas, rather than be sarcastic and funny with me, just tell us why your ideas are better, because they might be better. And if they are better, I'll put them in a video and I'll happily say, hey, I've learned something new here, boys. This is ace. And girls. Anyway, loads of wind. I'm going to launch right from here. Okay, so here's a launch not using the front risers, the A's at all. That was literally just releasing the brakes and leaning backwards. And now a bit of kiting, so I'm just on the brake lines now. So I have the right line in the right hand and the left line in the left hand. Brake lines, that is. Just showing you how easy it is to sit it in the cobra position now. And now pull the right arm and back it comes. Bear in mind it's blowing 15 to 20 miles an hour. Very easy wings to use, these little wings are, if you've had a bit of practice or you've had some mentoring by someone. I would definitely advise someone coaching you for at least a day or two. Rear brakes again, just showing you how to kite the wing. It's really, really windy now, 20, 22 miles an hour. But you can see how quickly the glider moves around. It's very agile. As soon as I give it any brake input, it does what I tell it. Not like a normal paraglider where there's a lag. And then to kill it here, look, I just punch the brakes and it's down. Another snatch launch. So that was literally just leaning backwards, no A's, just leaning backwards with no brakes, and the glider just comes up. Let's go for a fly. What a fantastic day. So if you want to come and learn with me, or you want a couple of days with me on mini wing flying, contact Sean at the website and we'll get you sorted. Okay, just thought I'd show you a few launch techniques again before the video finishes. So look, brakes on, windy, brakes off, lean back. That's all you've got to do on this style of wing. You don't need the A's. Okay, let's go back to doing a bit of kiting now. So I'm going to twist around. My right hand is on the right line and my left hand is on the left line. So I'm just kiting now. So I'm pulling right and it takes me right. Pulling left, it takes me left. Pull right now and it brings the glider back to the vertical position and then back into the cobra position. Okay, let's show you how you use the trimmers. So the trimmers are on full still from the landing. So while I'm kiting now above my head, there's one released. There's the other release. So now the glider's set to its fastest now. And then pull them back on, back to its slowest. Here we go. Pull, pull. Glider's set back to its slowest now. It's that easy. Okay, take the brakes as you normally would. Watch, watch. Brakes on. Release the brakes and lean back. Release the brakes, lean back. Boom. Remember, it's still 20 miles an hour. Watch the landing. Turn, hit the brakes. Boom. Simple as that. That's all you've got to do. Just punch the brakes hard, it's down. Okay, a traditional launch. So I've got the brakes on, fingertips only on the A's, and the most gentle of pulls. You can still launch the wing a traditional way. I'm just showing you that you can, but I tend to just lean backwards and release the brakes. Finally, when you've landed, pull the rear risers on and grip all the risers like that. Then rose up. So you're pulling the rear risers on and then gripping all the risers. So while you're rosing the wing up, the rear risers are still pulled on while you're rosing the wing together. Then move the glider back side on to the wind the way that we rigged and pull that wingtip over like that. You have to remember you're flying a mini wing in high wind, so there's a few different techniques of rigging, flying and putting it away. I'm going to pick some grass up to show you the wind direction, look. So the interwind side is flipped over so it can't open. And now I'm going to pack it from the downwind side first. So the wind, as you can hear now, is blowing a good 25 miles an hour. But if you come and spend a day or two with me, I will teach you all of these methods.